All right, guys, I'm going to show you 3 stretches to do with bands. I've been playing around with stretching with bands lately, and I find them to be way more effective and targeting the muscles in much more effective manner than your traditional stretching. So probably the biggest stretch people do is the pec stretch. So what we're going to do is going to take this band, and your setup matters as well. So for pecs, I like to have the band up high, and when you're stretching the pec, you're going to have the opposite leg come forward, and you're going to turn away from the arm and turn away from the pec you're stretching. Now play with the angle too. Like, I tend to dip my body and like push this humerus down towards the ground, kind of like internally rotating it, and I feel more of a stretch. So it depends. Just play with the body movement. These stretches are super good for a warm-up before you go into exercise. And we know that before your exercise routine, your warm-up should be dynamic stretching, so not long holds, right? So good pulses, stretch the pec out, stretch that shoulder joint out. Now we're going to go into a lat stretch. You could use this band up here, but for me, I'm going to use this one. It's thicker. I'm going to get a bigger stretch. I'm just going to sit into this a little bit. So I'm going to go into a squat position, and I'm feeling that stretch all in this lat here. I'm not even really like gripping onto the band. Okay, see how I wrap it around my wrist? I'm going to sit in. Again, you can change the angle. Like, I'll dip the opposite shoulder, kind of look up to the ceiling, get more of a stretch, come down this way, get more of a stretch right under that scap. Okay, so that was the lat. And then the last one, the one we've done since we were a kid, stretching our shoulder this way, which I feel is like totally ineffective, but you'll find a big difference when you do it with a band. So grab onto the band, and again, I'm going to turn my body away from the band, kind of into that stretch a lot, and you should feel a big pull all through here. Again, play with your body, play with the angle. Like, I can even come out this way a bit and still feel it in there. All right, guys. So those are 3: pec, lat, shoulder. Now the pec one, you got your upper fibers, your middle fibers, and your lower fibers. So feel free to adjust bands to target all areas of the muscle, especially in that pec, like I said. So we can come down here, and now we're stretching different fibers, okay? So have a play, and that's why I like using the bands too, is because you can